Hey there, it's Christina Johnson here, transformational nutrition coach and owner of Christina Johnson Wellness. And I am curious, have you heard about nutrigenomics before? It is a newer field of nutrition research, and so I just thought I would take a little bit of time today to explain a little bit about what it is and, more importantly, what it means for you as you're working on your health and weight loss goals, because it does take a different approach than a lot of the traditional diet and weight loss programs that are out there. Just to begin, so like I said, it is a newer field. I think the first research article that was published about nutrigenomics was in like 2001. So it's been around about 20 years. And since then, there have been over, I think, 1,000 different studies that have mentioned nutrigenomics in one way or another. So it really is gaining some attention. And basically what it is it studies and determines how the food that we eat actually speaks to our genes. So it's an interesting thing that the quality of what we're eating can actually turn on and off certain genes, and what we eat can determine our metabolism and whether we're sick or whether we're healthy. And so it just really shows that it is just not as simple as the number of calories that we're eating. That does not determine our weight and our health. Instead, what really determines whether we're getting results when we're trying to lose weight or be healthy is what food we're putting in our mouth. And so I just think it's so exciting that it shows that eating real whole foods is a powerful way to change our biology and to bring our system back into balance. And to me, it's just really empowering to know that we can do things that really do have a big impact on our health now and our long-term health as well. So I just wanted to share a couple examples of this with you. So Dr. Dean Ornish did a study, and it was a 3-month intensive program where the participants made intensive lifestyle changes, ate a whole foods just whole foods diet. And what they found was that by the end of the study, in 3 months, that over 500 genes that regulate cancer were beneficially affected. I mean, think about that. Just by changing what they ate, they were able to either turn off cancer-causing genes or turn on cancer-protective genes. I mean, there's no medication that can do that. And so it just shows how powerful the food that you choose to put in your body every single day actually is. Another study, there was a 12-week study, and it focused on people who had prediabetes. And so here, they divided the participants into 2 groups. So one group, and actually I should say both groups were eating the exact same number of calories for 12 weeks. They were eating the same percentage of protein, fat, carbs, and fiber. The only difference between these 2 groups was the type of carbs they were eating. So one group was eating traditional, like processed, refined kind of carbs. The other group was eating whole kernel rye carbs. And rye has a particular phytonutrient in it called lignans that's believed to be, protective of our health. And so after 12 weeks, just 12 weeks, they examined the fat, they actually looked at the fat cells of the different participants in both group and looked at genes and all of these different things. And here's what they found. It's amazing to me that in the group that were eating the whole kernel rye carbs, that they had obesity and diabetes reversing genes that were actually switched on because of those lignans. So dozens of genes that made the participants fat or diabetic actually were turned off in just 12 weeks. And then dozens of genes that would help them become healthy were turned on. And none of that happened in the control group that was eating the more processed carbs. So that control group, they actually had 62 genes that promote diabetes and obesity that were turned on. So again, I mean, this just shows the whole idea of nutrigenomics is that what we eat, the food we eat, can speak to our genes. It can turn them on or off. It can determine our metabolism and our overall health. And so the question then is like, what does this actually mean for you? And so I have a few takeaways here. Number one, my first takeaway is that the quality of the food you eat is way more important than how many calories you're eating. So by eating real, fresh, whole foods, you will send messages to your genes that tell your body to lose weight versus gain weight. It will tell your body to be healthy, not sick. And it will turn on and off genes that protect your long-term health and reducing the risk of getting disease. So that's number one, is just how important it is to focus on eating really good, nourishing foods that speak to your genes well. Okay, number two, the second point or takeaway is that your genes are not your destiny. I hear a lot of times from people, well, I just have bad genes. You know, and I think we all kind of believe that. We think certain things run in our family. We're predisposed to obesity, diabetes, or other kinds of diseases. And it's almost like this helpless, kind of powerless feeling to think that, well, our genes are going to determine whether or not we get these issues down the road. And in reality, what studies like this in the field of nutrigenomics is showing is that, yes, of course, we can be predisposed to getting certain health conditions, absolutely. But just because we have genes that make us predisposed, it doesn't mean that those genes are turned on and that you will for sure have those issues. Instead, we can make diet and lifestyle changes that turn genes off, that make it more likely that we will have a long, healthy, good quality of life. And so my third takeaway here for you too is that, okay, first of all, I acknowledge that we are not in control of everything. We can be eating perfectly, we can be doing all the right things that research shows us, and we might still get sick. But there is still it is still very worth our time and our effort to eat well, to eat food that will be nourishing to our body, and to make lifestyle changes that will support our health. So while we cannot guarantee anything, by eating well and making good lifestyle choices, we truly can build a solid foundation for our health and give us the best chance to live a long, healthy, and good quality life. And so that's what I just find so interesting about this field of nutrigenomics and all the research that's being done there. And so that's what I base my work on. When I'm working with clients, whether they realize it or not, we're working on nourishing the body with foods that's going to speak well to your body, that's going to send messages and give instructions to lose weight, to be healthy, and to try to protect against some of these diseases that we want to try and avoid. So if this is of interest to you at all, I would love to invite you to try our 21-day clean eating reset that actually begins this coming Monday. Because what we're doing in that program is nourishing our body with all those foods that are going to give the right instructions to your body so that it's easier to lose weight, so that you feel better, have more energy, and are improving your overall health. So if you're curious about more information, you can send me a message or comment below. Otherwise, you can go to ChristinaJohnsonWellness.com/spring-reset. And I'll put that link in the comments so you can just click it and go there. But that will give you all the information about the 21-day reset. We start on Monday, so you need to make a quick decision. And actually, for everyone who's already registered, they received all their materials today. We're having a kickoff call tonight that will be recorded. So as soon as you register, you'll get all the information that you need to give you time to prepare for day one, which is on Monday. So I would love to have you join us for that program. It is amazing the results that people get in just 3 weeks. Just feeling healthier, more energy, losing weight, and just feeling more in control around food. So if you want a step-by-step plan to make that happen, please join us for the 21-day reset. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. If you have questions at all about what I talked about today or the 21-day reset, please put them in the comments, and then I will see you again next week. Bye.